You know, it's been a while since I sat down and recorded commentary on one of these videos. I hope you all can forgive me if I can't come up with a pun this time around, whether it be Tang good or bad. Yep. Now as we take off, we're greeted with an auto-scrolling section, and I find this to be the hardest part of the level. While you won't have to worry about the orange balloons in the early going, you will have to be on guard constantly for the mist-like enemies, because if these little guys grab a hold of you, they're going to hinder your movements long enough for you to either get squashed or pushed in the pit outright by the scrolling screen. You can use spread drill to take these guys out if you want, but I found my buster aim to be true enough here. With the balloons, you want to get on the first one as it's coming level with the higher of those two platforms you just saw, work your way to the second to last balloon, and then lightly jump on over to the last one, but not too soon, or otherwise the screen won't have scrolled far enough for you to find safe landing. Once you've cleared that area, you have got yourself a free ride for a while, as long as you don't ram your head into spikes like I almost did. Yeesh. Anyway, keep low and you will find the entrance to Tengu Man's pagoda proper. On the inside, we'll come across a pair of mid-bosses. Now, an interesting thing to note here is that the top one in this room is the only one in the level that can use its machine to create mist. All of the other ones will have fans that push you back. You knew when gimmicks were going to come into play here. And speaking of which, if you shoot a cracked pipe, you bet your bottom dollar you're going to have more wind to contend with. If you shoot this one on the left here, like I once did as Mega, it will have enough force to carry you into the spikes, which it did back then. Ugh. I'm almost hesitant to call these Oni Robos a mid-boss, although you do have to beat them to advance, just because they can be taken out with the remote mine and ice wall in one hit. After you do that, you come to a section that is very base-friendly, because the cannons are set up in a staircase fashion that's perfect for base's diagonal buster attack. Make sure not to go too fast, because that last tele generator seems to spawn them pretty quickly, and it's very easy to get popped by them. Forget that mist enemy, but shoot this one. Yeah, and I guess you might as well take care of the Sniper Joe that I seem to have neglected seeing prior to this. Well, he's forgettable anyway. Speaking of forgettable, Tengu Man himself is not exactly the hardest boss in the world when fighting him as base. In fact, I'd say he's one of those guys that disproves the whole base for stages Mega for bosses deal, because base can leap over every one of Tengu Man's attacks, and moreover, he can just aim his buster up and shoot him while Tengu's flying up and around. If you see him drop down for the Tengu Blade, just hop over him. It's not going to hit you. If he goes for the Tornado Hold, well, that move doesn't even hurt anyway, so it doesn't matter if you get caught by it. If he decides to do his Dive Bomb attack, however, Base has a huge advantage, because again, Mega cannot get over the higher dive. Base can hit the top of the screen with his jump. Guess who has the advantage? Anyway, a few more shots like this, and I'm going to get sick and tired of fighting this guy, because goodness knows I want a perfect run for how much trouble this stage gave me in my practice run way back when. So we're going to hit him with his weakness, the spread drill. And with it, we are going to ground this bird once and for all. You know, for all the trouble this stage gave me back in my practice run days, I didn't have a tough time getting through this one this time around. Tough luck there, Tengu, but I guess it's true what they say. Practice makes perfect run. Okay, nobody says that, but let me have this one, gang. Please? And let's also let me have the Tengu Blade, which is a nifty little weapon that can be used 3 different ways. You can use it as a slash claw-like short-range attack. At long range, it becomes a non-arcing silver tomahawk that can rebound up and off of walls. And it also has a third ability that wasn't shown that lets you perform a slash attack by dashing his base or sliding his Mega. Just make sure the enemy's weak, or otherwise you are not going to like the results. But I can tell you that I've liked the results of our last few stages. After all, I haven't taken a single hit. Unfortunately, I think my luck's just about to run out, because the deck is definitely stacked up against base next time around in a level that's anything but magical. I will begrudgingly see you there.